Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'm going to return back to Spain and I have here a menu B2 lunch menu, and it has the best before date of November 2020. So let's get this open. We've seen them before now, they're just a green plastic bag. Get this open and see what we have inside. No knife needed this time. We have the little box. Okay. And straight away we have a contents list in Spanish, English and various other languages. Now this should come in very useful because I have no idea what's in here. So according to this menu we should have vegetable soup, meatballs with pasta, sardines in tomato sauce, fruit cocktail syrup and a tin of pate. So let's see what we've got. So straight off we have, just looking at my list, instant soup, now again looking at that, my Spanish is very poor or non-existent, but I think that is the fruit cocktail. Again, not 100% certain, but I think that might be the meatballs with peas. We have the sardines in tomato sauce. I believe that would be the pate, tin of pate. Let's turn that the same way as the other just so it all looks the same. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of Isotonic powder with vitamin C. I believe they are fuel tablets for the stove. 3 fuel tablets. A little pack of book matches. I believe that might be gum, chewing gum. A little napkin or toilet tissue, whichever the need arises. This is the stove to go with the fuel tabs. That is water purification tablets. Some disinfecting hand gel. And some dental cream, toothpaste. And that's the contents of this particular box. So let's get these out on a tray, get them warmed up and see what they look and taste like. As you can see, I now have everything laid out on the tray, and I have pre-warmed the meatballs and peas, and this is everything that was in the pack except the stove, the dental gum, the toilet paper and the fuel tabs. So let's start off with things that need a bit of preparation, and I think we'll start off by making up the soup. Now, I've looked at the translations while I was waiting for the mains to warm, and I can't see any real indications of how much water to add to this, so I'm just going to go with the flow. There is a typical sort of instant soup look about it. And quite coarse, quite granular. And I think I'll bring in an American spoon for this because there was no spoons included in the pack. And I'll just give it half a cup to start off with. I can see some croutons. I can see some croutons or bread in there as it starts to thicken. It's like vegetable soup with bread. And I think what we'll do next as well, we'll make up the isotonic drink base. Now, I use the translate for the instructions, and it does says that do not use more than 2 doses per day, and funnily enough, 1 dose is 4 sachets. I don't know why they don't just put that amount of powder in 1 pack, but apparently 4 sachets is 1 dose, so we'll use all 4. And this is isotonic base with vitamin C. As I say, it does seem a little bit pointless requiring 4 sachets, but that's the way it comes. And we'll use the American spoon again, just to some very fine powder. We'll do a full glass because there is 4 sachets in there. And we'll have there's a slight lemony smell to that. Oh, it's slight lemon smell, but there is a slimy texture to it. It's not particularly pleasant. I've had much nicer isotonic beverages than this. Oh, it's I'm sure it's doing you some good. I'm sure it is. It just doesn't taste very nice. It's very slimy, lacking flavour, very nondescript lemony drink. I'm sorry, I'm just cleaning my spoon again there. Okay, so I have pre-warmed the mains, but I think we'll go and have a look at the fruit cocktail first. Just open it up, nice ring pull. Yeah, it looks like typical tinned fruit. The customary 1 piece of cherry. Oh no, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. 4 pieces of cherry. It's unusual for the tinned fruit cocktail. We'll leave that there for a moment. Wipe the spoon again. And we'll have a look at the pork pate. Again, looks like a typical type of pork pate. Quite smooth, but at the same time it's quite firm. It's obviously a liver pate, but it has a stronger flavour of the pork. The liver is a sort of aftertaste rather than full-on flavour. Quite nice, quite pleasant, quite creamy. Quite nice texture. Now I think these are just sardines and tomato sauce. We have these regularly in the UK in tins. I'm assuming there'll be a similar sort of thing. They look similar to what we have here. Little sardines in a tomato base. Put those there for now. And now let's go for the mains. Now these are meatballs with peas. I believe I said pasta earlier, but it is actually with peas. Again, I'd cracked the lid because I boiled these in water, and I'll pour these straight out. Nice little selection of meatballs there. 2, 4, 6, 7. Not many peas. Looks like there's just as many peas, about 7 peas as well. Okay, so where shall we start? Again, there was no crackers with this, no knives or forks or spoons, and no teas or coffees. So very limited meal. And we'll straight off to the meatballs. I shall cut one in half first. They look like a ground meat texture, very similar to typical tinned meatballs we have over here in the UK. Not overpowering smell, there's not a lot of herbs in there. They're quite firm in texture, hold together well. You don't need a lot of chewing effort to actually break them up, and when they break they do have quite a consistency of ground meat. Very much like a burger. Beef burger, burger pate, however you like to call them. Very much that sort of flavour, very much that sort of texture. It's just like eating a beef burger. The gravy is it's not overpowering, it's not really adding a lot to the flavour. The peas, or pea, there isn't many peas in there. Very soft, just dissolve. There's no texture left in those peas at all. Very, very soft. But for the lack of any sort of root vegetable or potatoes, which would have been nice, so it's very nice meal, very nice meatball. Very nice. I'll come back to those. Now, sardines in tomato sauce. We have these in the UK. I regularly eat them at home. I don't know if they'll be the same. They look the same. Little fish in an oily tomato sauce base. mind that out of the way so I don't spill it all over everywhere. So, typical sort of tin sardines. Little fish, complete with bones and innards. I don't think they gut these fish. Let's have a taste. They're the typical tinned sardines in tomato sauce, which I'm sure you can purchase all over the world. More of an oily sauce than actual tomatoey sauce. There is a hint of tomato there, but they're just fish flavoured, mackerel flavoured sardines, oily fish, tomato sauce, store bought all around the world, I'm sure, but very nice, very nice. I think most people around the world would be able to recall eating those at some time. Okay, let's clean my spoon again. I don't want sardine flavoured fruit. There for a moment, and we'll have a look at this vegetable soup. Oh, it's thickened up nicely. There is bread in there. You can see little bits of vegetable, perhaps bell pepper, carrots, herbs. It's a very nice instant style soup. Again, I'm sure most people would have a very similar sort of experience on instant soups. With that right amount of water, it's thick, it's flavoursome, feels like a soup as you eat it, feels like there is some content in there, it's not all just water. Very nice, instant vegetable soup. Again, a pleasant little part of the meal. Okay. Let's have a look at the fruits cocktail. Looks like a typical tinned fruit cocktail. The sort of things I'm sure, again, you can buy world over. Let's move this to one side while we have a taste. So it looks like pear, peaches, you can see a grape there. There is little bits of cherry. Let's have a taste. Let's try the grape and the cherry. Very nice, very soft. A light syrup, sweet. Again, very much, excuse fingers, a typical fruit cocktail. Again, I'm sure you can get in most stores around the world. A very pleasant, light fruit in a slightly sweet juice. Very nice. Now, this meal didn't come with any sort of crackers, and I'm sure that as part of the 24-hour pack you do get in the breakfast or one of the other meals a pack of crackers that you can use through the day. So although this isn't traditionally done, I do have some of the German Panzer plates left from my German review. So I think what I'll do is I'll use one of these just to try a bit of the pate, because pates always go better on a bit of cracker. I'll just clean my spoon. So as I say, it's a pork pate, slight aftertone of liver, a little bit on the cracker. Much better. Much better. That is a decent pate, pork liver pate, Smooth, it's creamy, not overpowering with liver, a nice gentle undertone of liver, and it's much better on a cracker than on its own. I'm going to do the same with a little bit of the meatball. Doesn't add a lot to the meatball, but it's just another texture, another bulking agent. And we might as well go with a piece of the fish as well. Little piece of the sardine. All of them, apart from the meatballs, they're okay. But mainly those pate and the sardines do benefit from the use of a cracker. As I say, I'm sure in other Spanish packs there come crackers for the day. Back to this isotonic drink. It's very slimy, and there's a slight taste of lemon there. It's not very pleasant actually. It's a real shame. That's the only letdown for this whole meal. The rest of the meal is very pleasing, a very nice combination. Okay, so I think I'll leave it there. I shall just have a last final look at the gum as I finish off. Nice big square brick, only one. Quite mild, subtle mint flavour, but you can feel it cleansing, cleaning the palate after the fish and the pate and the meatballs and the soup. A nice palate cleanser. So now I'll come back and summarise. Meatballs, very much burger pate, bit formed in a ball, quite firm, textured mince or ground beef, very pleasant, very nice. Gravy, very nondescript, just adds a little bit of moisture to the meatballs, but a little bit, not much more. The peas are soft, they're soggy, no texture. There's about 6 peas in total, maybe a few more, but you can see there's very few peas in this meatballs with peas. Pate, nice quality pate, not overpowering with liver. It's smooth, it's silky, and it's a pork based pate. Worked much better with a cracker or biscuit, but this particular one didn't come with those. Sardines in tomato sauce, typical store bought sardine in tomato sauce. I'm sure all supermarkets, all stores around the world stock these, and nearly everybody must have tried them. Same with, let's rinse my spoon, same with the fruit cocktail. Very nice fruit, light syrup, lightly sugared, very nice, typical store bought fruit cocktail. Again, instant vegetable soup, not too much water in there, makes a nice thick satisfying soup, lots of flavour, vegetable in this case, again very nice, store type soup. The only really let down was the isotonic drink. Slimy to the palate, not very flavourful. I'm sure those electrolytes will do you some good, but it's not a very pleasant way of taking them. So overall, a much more impressive view of the Spanish meal that I had on last time. The last time I had them, it contained squid, and I wasn't very kind about the meal. This one is totally opposite. There isn't anything there apart from the isotonic drink that I wouldn't happily have again. So 2 thumbs up to this one. Massive improvement on my last Spanish experience, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. Thank you and goodbye.